Yo guys, before this video starts, quick ad in eigener Sache. We officially launched our own community Discord, Slayer. You will find the link in the comment section down below. Thank you. nrgy, sag mal Hallo.
Hallo.
Sag mal, ist mein bester Freund.
Ist der geilste Typ, den ich kenne und ist mein bester Freund.
Wen fragst du nach PvP-Tipps?
Immer nur M.
Perfect, danke dir. Yo, what's up guys, I'm here hitting you up with a new video. So today we are talking about the patch notes. I'm not alone. To my right, or on Discord, Flash Gordon himself joined this legendary patch review. Say something, nrgy.
Hey guys, I'm nrgy, aka Flash Gordon, fastest man alive. And I'm here to enjoy patch note reading with M.
Ist so geil, Alter. Okay, so let's talk about Javid. He's a 5-star Inferno, as we were able to see yesterday. He's a fight Esper who can provide allies with AoE damage boost. That doesn't even make sense. So ability 1 attacks one enemy based on attack, inflicts defense stun for 2 turns. If the target is afflicted with Judgment Seal, we will talk about that in a second. Deals splash damage to one random enemy if the target has a debuff. I actually think it's not too bad for a skill 1. What do you think, nrgy?
Skill 1, Death Down is always good.
Yeah, Death Down
For
and Splash.
MaTeIRiA procs, always solid.
Nice. Then ability 2, Divine Might, attacks all enemies based on attack, inflicts Sear for 2 turns. I also like AoE Sear. Deals extra true damage based on enemies' max HP if they are afflicted with Judgment Seal. The true damage cannot exceed a certain percentage of blah blah blah. If the target is not affected with Judgment Seal, having a chance to inflict Judgment Seal for 2 turns upon landing a crit. So doesn't sound too bad. A lot of damage, Sear debuff. You can also land his Judgment Seal. Also true damage with enemies max HP. Sounds like it does damage to a certain degree.
I'm curious if it's kept or something.
Yeah, probably. Because it says the true damage cannot exceed a certain percentage of Javid's attack.
Oh.
And then we have ability 3, Eternal Light. Gains Sacred Flame for 2 turns, golden buff. Inflicts Judgment Seal on all enemies for 2 turns. Attacks one enemy based on attack and inflicts Deceased for 3 turns. Then attacks all enemies based on attack. Post Ascension inflicts Deceased. Can't be resisted. So, if I'm not mistaken, that means that you only decease one target for 3 turns? And that's about it?
Yes.
And Judgment Seal on all enemies as well. Then we have the golden buff, Sacred Flame. Dispels all dot effects from Javid, including poison, bleed, etc. before he launches an attack. Each dot effect dispelled grants extra damage based on Javid's attack. Total extra damage cannot exceed a certain percentage of Javid's attack. This one sounds like a Scorch Messenger / APEP effect exclusive. Right?
Yeah, might be APEP. Maybe for speedruns, APEP 16.
Could be possible, but with the dot effect.
Death Down, Inferno, dispels dot effects.
But there's also the question, if you're speedrunning, we don't even want APEP to move, right? We wanna kill him before he even gets a move.
Yeah, in best case we want that.
Okay.
That's why we all use Blue Star.
Judgment Seal. When the target inflicted with this debuff takes damage, dealing splash damage to 2 of their teammates randomly. The splash damage is also true damage based on target's max HP, but cannot exceed a certain percentage of Javid's attack. Triggers once per turn. Multiple Judgment Seal effects on different targets will be calculated individually. So what does that mean? I'm not 100% sure, because it says multiple Judgment Seal effects on different targets will be calculated individually. So can we, like, because you do S3 and inflict everyone with a Judgment Seal, and then you do S2 for example, does it trigger the splash damage on all of them?
It can stack maybe. Maybe we can have 2 Judgment Seals on someone. One pops and does splash damage, and the other one maybe pops right after.
And it's also, it says multiple judgment seal effects on different targets will be calculated individually. Does that maybe mean that they get extra damage or something? It's weird. We have to see.
I think it's because max HP. Some enemies have higher max HP, and therefore the true damage should be higher. And the splash damage also.
Also, which is kind of interesting with the Judgment Seal, because it says when the target with this takes damage, that means you can literally attack with every other unit and deal splash damage.
Yeah, probably.
So he could potentially even be good for PvP.
Yeah, it's kind of reminded me of Embla. Embla needs 8 attacks to pop, but he pops instantly with any attack of any ally.
Yeah. And then we have his resonances. Resonance 2 is the number of targets taking splash damage increased to 3. Not too bad. R4 is heals upon killing an enemy, healing 30% max HP. And R6 is Sacred Flame, now dispels all debuffs from Javid instead of just dot effects before he launches an attack. I think his resonances are good, but they are not so overpowered that you need to go for R2 or R4 or R6 immediately to make him usable.
I think R6 is really good in PvP like RTA. So if he is stunned or slept or whatever, dizzy dazed, he just dispels it and can still attack.
Yeah, but that only works when he used S3 before to gain the Sacred Flame stats.
Yeah,
stacks.
of course.
Yeah. Okay, so that's for Javid. Doesn't look too bad. Then next up we have Ginny. Ginny is a fighter who excels in both defense breaking and single target control. Skill 1 attacks one enemy based on attack. Inflicts taunt for 1 turn. Taunt cannot be resisted if the target doesn't have any buffs. It's fine, I guess. Taunt, not too bad. Especially since it cannot be resisted.
Yeah, sounds for PvP also.
Yeah. Then ability 2 dispels all debuffs from herself, gains Chef's Zest with if Ginny already has 3 stacks of Intense Heat, otherwise gains 1 stack of Intense Heat. Ginny gains 1 stack of Intense Heat at the start of combat. Then we have to check this thing out here. Intense Heat. Stackable with when Ginny's attack is higher than the target, amplifying Ginny's damage dealt. There's a limit of amplification, will be less effective against non-player units. So against PvE units basically. Restores HP based on lost HP when attacked. Then deals true damage to the attacker. Each intense heat stack grants true damage equal to a certain percentage of Ginny's attack. Triggers once per turn. Each intense heat stack increases Ginny's attack. And it says if you have 3 stacks, she gains Chef Zest. And this increases Ginny's attack and chance to counterattack expires after launching a counterattack. Grants attacker for 1 turn when Ginny receives duplicate Chef Zest. I think her S2 is underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know where to use it, to be honest.
It simply dispels all debuffs from her. That's it.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Maybe it's a 2-turn cooldown or something. And then with S3, Stir Fry Heat attacks one enemy 5 times based on attack, 1 trigger crit. Each hit steals 1 buff. The last hit inflicts taunt for 3 turns. Taunt can't be resisted if the target doesn't have any buffs. Restores HP based on lost HP. Post-Ascension cooldown on Stir Fry Heat is reduced by 1 turn if there is no buff to be stolen in the first place.
Okay, skill 3 sounds badass. 5 times strip and a 3-turn taunt. If can't be resisted if no buffs.
But that's about it though. She literally does S3 does taunt for 3 turns, S2 does dispels debuffs on herself, and this one does taunt 1 turn. Why does it even say at both defense breaking? Where's the defense break? Where the fuck is the defense break? I don't see one. Then R2, a new effect is added to Simmer Flame, gains an extra turn. So you use S2 and then you get an extra turn. I think that S2 needs the R2 actually.
Yeah.
Then R4 when attacked by critical hit, damage minus 15%. Whatever. Stir-Fry Heat Morph. A new effect is added to Stir-Fry Heat. Gains Chef Zest if Genie already has 3 stacks of Intense Heat before attacking. Otherwise gains 1 stack of Intense Heat. So basically you build your speed attack. And then I don't know. Like she does taunt and that's it.
At least we know R2 is kind of good. The rest is pointless.
Meh. Kind of meh. We have to see, but...
She might be good in RTA. But I really don't know.
Depends on like how her cooldowns are and how high her multipliers are. Like if that S3 like attacks one enemy 5 times, does that have like a 400% multiplier, some shit like that? Because she cannot. Because
I think it's all about the true damage, because her attack rises with those intense heat stackable gold buff thingy. So the true damage might be good.
But if I read it correctly, she actually needs R2 to gain an extra turn, because the only way she gets intense heat is at the beginning of the fight, right?
1 stack on the beginning.
Gains 1 stack of intense heat, and gains Chef Zest if Genie already has 3 stacks of intense heat, otherwise gains 1 stack of intense heat. So the only way for her to get it is with her S2, and her S2 is kind of useless. Unless you have it R2 to get the extra turn.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
This way we have instant 2 stacks. Only God knows how much attack she gets with this, and only God knows how much true damage she gets with this.
Yeah, that's right. So that's for the 2 new units. Then we get a new feature, added Chaos Realm. New PV content, who gives a fuck. Then after the update, the Boss Chimera second form will be unlocked. Well, that's still irrelevant because Widow Messenger was already obnoxious and boring. Added sharing Max Resonant Esper Solo. I don't know who asked for that. The rest no one cares. Then we get the event with the goodies, the standard shit. Scratch off where we get goodies, okay. Limited time echo for Javid, Ginny, and Ashley. Ashley again, we just had her like 2 months ago. They could have just added a different unit. Then we have a limited time probability up event for Cecilia. Good thing it's not a Fang, so I don't have to waste my money. And boom boom gacha, goodies, nothing to hero unbox, whatever. Then we got course adjustment and optimization, course optimization, added gear tuning, clear story 12:16 on easy mode to unlock. Way to Supremacy courses in master difficulty are now available. So what the fuck is actually gear tuning? No one knows.
Gear tuning is a new kind of banner in the missions and courses. We have Way to Supremacy, Desolate Lands, Growth Plan, Recon Plan, Literal Miracles, Star Promotion. So this will just be another course banner with goodies.
So that means we have to gear tuning means upgrade 5 relics to plus 15.
Maybe.
Okay. Then second, players will be able to edit number of battles for multi-battle up to max of 20 times. Meanwhile, the settings screen for multi-battle has been optimized. I don't know who really needs a 20 time run, to be honest.
I think it's okay, but not really necessary. The question I have is, will this affect Ultimate Spire? Ultimate Spire world ranking is for consecutive 10 wins in a multi-battle. Will this now change to 20 times, or will it stay at 10 times?
That's actually a fair question to ask. Who knows? Lilith, tell us, please. And then third, equipment management optimization. Optimized equipment present players will be able to rename a present and open edit position to customize sort. Optimized equipment filter players will be able to filter equipment from more aspects. Finally, we get an optimization.
Finally find my max speed relics, yes?
Yeah. you can finally find your penta speed robots. It's okay. Echo optimization. After that, players need to confirm twice before using wish stones. Okay. The amount of wish stones will be displayed on the gold pool screen. Okay.
not needed.
Optimize Blitz in Ritual Miracle, Sonic Miracle. It will now allow battles to follow the attack order set in the battle settings. Notes, the attack order set prior to the update will be reset. Players will need to set it again. Does that now mean, and that is the question, can we choose what we hit on wave 2?
I hope so.
I'm not so
Because
sure.
normal attack order is useless. Everyone goes for boss instant.
But isn't it that like already, because it says it will now allow battles to follow the attack order set in the battle settings. Like right now, does your team hit the crystals if they want to or what?
I hope they don't.
Because
I never watched any replay of any blitz.
Yeah, me neither. So I actually don't know. I was just curious sometimes because I had like a 30 turn run or something, and it was like, how did my team even survive for 30 turns? Maybe that's because of that. Then after the update, if a player has insufficient admission certificates, I forgot what that was. Tapping challenge
for
will
Yamato.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know. Tapping challenge will redirect them to the shop to make a purchase. No one cares. Daniel is now in the Divine Sequencer shop. Better he is because no one uses him. Optimize the event entrance icon. Who cares? The recurrent to unlock rate for 2 cube miracle floors has been changed to clearing this difficulty once instead of twice. What?
Wow.
Okay. Optimize some cutscenes. The name of Infinite Miracle has been changed to Special Tower, blah blah blah. No one cares. Optimize the display for Esper ripples. Optimize the battle. Oh, guys, finally. There we go. That's the part you all guys were waiting for. The battle defeat screen. Optimize the battle defeat screen. After the update, players will receive more tips on various aspects when they lose. Oh my god, it's so good, guys. It's so good. Finally, when we lose a run, we can finally identify which unit we forgot to re-rune because we had to switch our relics so often for so many different contents. So thanks, Lilith, for reminding us that we fucked up our run because we forgot to rune a unit. Thanks for that. That's really appreciated. Optimize the animation effect of the interface, reducing the duration. What?
Huh? Animation of interface.
When you lock in, maybe?
Maybe.
Then pack it.
But the only animation is the login video.
Could be, I don't know. And then we have pack adjustments. You can repurchase shit. And then also M-Pass, we get a skin for Jiangman, which we didn't see in the preview. No one knows how it looks like. We will see that. And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow with the next video. Bye-bye. nrgy?
Ja, was soll ich sagen? Einfach nur Tschüss.
Sag einfach Tschüss, Mann.
Ciao.